forfeiting map control. If like CTs push Ivy, for example, you wouldn't know that they're doing it. So there's no chance that they're going to run back to Ivy, and if they're not going to, going outer wouldn't really be safe either. So you can only assume that they're just going to set up for smokes.
They've had a lot of success hitting this side. It's just been about holding on against the retake. This time around, it's going to happen once again when Yugi find the opening pick, but a great response from Adren here. That's 3 kills with the AK, so very rapidly he steers it back in the direction of Gambit. He could even ace this round. He's already got 4. Is he going to go ahead and finish it off? Going to be difficult because Val is coming from the way opposite direction, to be honest. And it looks like we are going to have maybe even a tactical pause coming out from Heroic as they know that their lead is slipping and things are starting to crumble. Valda will do his best to save this AK, but Gambit now have a couple of rounds in a row. And it's really getting difficult on Heroic. Despite the fact that they get an opening kill and it looks, you know, pretty solid at first, it begins to kind of wither away.
You know, once I was watching Adren's stream, and he was playing against a cheap formation. Since it's on the CTs right now to make that information play, even though they have the better guns.
And Snappy does push through Ivy, and Valda is aware that Inner is a real issue. He gets jumped on. It's like a Goomba stomp from Mario or something right there. As Valda does go down, the bomb will get planted. Nikolai trying to do his damnedest, but it's not going to be enough. And so now it's just Snappy who was on that Ivy flank left remaining. He really has no way in, so Gambit looking like they're going to go ahead and just take the lead right back. But Snappy will try to do a little bit of damage if he can, as they're just playing ring around the rosy here in the inner halls. Eventually does get the better of Hobbit. Tidy now for Gambit, though, as I say that, Nikolai putting that deagle to work. That's another kill from Nikolai. Is he really going to do it again on 4 HP? Okay. Oh my goodness, maybe he is. That's another headshot from Nikolai. This is madness. Is he really going to get away with this, or can Adren stamp him out? Adren himself now in a 1 versus 2. This should not have been that difficult, but now he's being called on under pressure to make the play. He does silence Nikolai, so at least that threat is eliminated. But Madi's still out there, and Adren will just scathe by. That certainly got scary there for Gambit when Nika's popping off like that, but Adren does finish the job.
I'd say he has like probably the 2 worst guns that you could have in a clutch situation, just in terms of like, give yourselves the advantages. Damn, let's get the 1D. I was going to say, for doing a bit of damage, you know, you've got like the Deagle, which is the pistol that does so much, but it usually misses, and then the op, where if you're on cycle, you're just screwed to trade. But here it is, the 1v1, and Adren trying to put Gambit on his back right now. Critical 1 to win. And because Nico is still convinced that it's outside, this is going to be a very difficult round to win.
Luckily, it's a really fast rotate back, so it doesn't kill that much time. He does have a kit as well. But with no utility in the post-play positioning that Adren has, it's going to be so difficult to win. Adren's really going to have to mess this one up if Nikolai is to take this one home. So it looks like Gambit may find 1 round left before this half is over. Nikolai trying his best to bait something out, but Adren just playing it so patiently. Does put around on the board for Gambit before this first.
Adren gets that opening frag on Madi. Madi keeps getting killed, and that's the life of an entry fragger, obviously. When he is entering, that is. And over the top of that, Incendiary, Snappy is able to save his teammate from Doja. And Adren has pushed himself into safety, knowing that somebody might be coming for him soon. Will he continue to be a threat? He does get that first kill, a second headshot with a Deagle. Amazing play so far at 3rd after keeping himself alive. You thought that that was the last you were going to hear from him, but no. And Gambit put together another round. Oh my God, what a play from Adren. Heavy presence towards it. So Ivy, for example, Valda's running around outside to get something going. There's Snappy going down to Adren. That's a really big kill.
Absolutely, it does give Gambit that man advantage very early on in this round when there's still a lot to worry about here if you're Heroic, and now you have to start thinking about those rotations even more because you have less personnel to work with. You don't want to get spread too thin. We are seeing the utility pour into that outer bomb site, and Adren continues to light up the board. That's another frag onto Yugi. He does get traded by Madi, but Mo there to respond right back. And so now we have a 4-on-2. The bomb getting planted by Zeus. And both CTs are still towards the inner bomb site at this point.
There isn't much they can do in this situation. That's going to be a hard retake. They've actually ran out of utility somehow already, even though Valde was the man holding inner. I think the fact that they kept making presence inner has actually bled their inner player dry, and Hobbit immediately takes him down. No way to flash him down safely. He might as well go for it, considering the situation. And
Yugi, though, of course, still killing Mo with that op. This is unreal. A Snappy coming in with his op as well, but it's back to a 2-on-2. How many of these have we had this game? So many close number situations like this. This time, Nikolai will be the one that gets the 1v2. Spots the player at Ivy, gets that kill. Can he react in time to T-Con? No, he can't. Adren gets the kill, and every single round it feels comes down to the wire.
My God, man. And you can see Zeus just really wants this more than ever. And if there's anyone who has stamina on either of these teams.
This now, and their own players are spread thin, but thankfully, some still spreads thinly in the sight, as we will be able to see Zero picking up the kill against Zeus here now. Mondigal's going to be making a move soon, but Hobbit back over here towards Heaven, finding one more on Stiko. The team still very slowly moving around, and Hobbit having a great position up on top, but oh, responded to by Dead Fox, as he does take down Hobbit, unfortunately. It'll be a very little consequence with Adren, finding another kill here, and Dead Fox already very low on his HP. It's a bit of a standoff between these two teams, but with Gambit having control of a site, they'll get the bomb down, and it is going to be HR that'll be forced to make a move here in a second. Both players are essentially just going to try to go down vent, where Adren is waiting for them. He'll hit one more with the deagle, falling back outside, trying to succeed in the 4K, and he'll hit it with the headshot. It's going to be Gambit that take control early on with the pistol advantage right off the bat. It's Adren with the 4K,
Speaking
too.
of a devil, right? Just talking about him in the pregame, and I'm telling you, I did not know that. I mean, I've been watching this guy for a long time.
Still a very winnable situation for Gambit. Their biggest problem is going to be an overall lack of utility here. They don't really have anything to get them back into the bomb site. Hellraisers still have a decent amount to hold them back, which includes another Molotov still sitting in Zero's inventory as well. Gambit really just waiting for the nade to succeed before they're finally able to go for this, but it doesn't seem like it's ever really going to happen. And what's even worse, now they have presence up by the vent, so is not going to have the best of times getting back in, but Hobbit and Adren both hit their opening shots. Doja and Adren again, though, and they just completely shut down the Hellraisers' hold. So there we go. Gambit make it happen once more.
Ahead that it ruins the pacing of the movie, so might as well just make it the 4 Apex is so triggered. He was just there blinding up a smoke.
It's this one right here.
Oh, shut up.
It makes you shiver when you see that.
That was juicy.
Indeed. Made you moist.
But it is crazy that he's already, off to it. Adren, most consistent, man. He has been so good through this entire entire tournament, really, and clearly wants to make a final. Has there been presence so far? Yeah, there are a bunch of smokes that have been laid out. Adren with this boost, though, and Decon's in a really good spot to deal with pistols. From this such long angle, they have to hit a headshot, and they can't do it.
Adren having an easy time boosted up there with the M4, just taking people down at distance, and only Shox remains, and plenty of CTs just swarming him here at T-Connector. He's trying to line something up, but he gets peeked from high and low at the same time, and not much he's going to be able to do there. So it's going to be 10-7. G2 still out in front.
Stop his teammates from dying. Nice pick from Shox as he's leading with the AK, and he's looking for more damage if he can find it. No one's peeked Z on him right yet, but there it is, right under the bullet goes his head.
So yeah, in a round where G2 didn't really have anything to work with, they're quickly falling. This was to be expected, of course. Just MBK left here in the 1v4. Bomb way on the other side of the map, so
look at this.
Not much you can do but try to get damage done.
Just think, NBK's out here thinking, I just got out inner for free. That means that's a round.
Be a little bit tricky, but Zeus says thank you for that. They take a lot of damage, but it does give them an opening frag over here on the A side of the map.
Looks like NBK is going to be up here in front of the smoke by the box, trying to be as crafty as possible. And, assumes that there's a friend of his watching. Well, whoa! Adren is way too quick on the trigger, and even though he is able to see it, isn't able to peek out wide enough to react.
Yeah, so now only 3 CTs left, and Adren just takes that one right before he goes blind.
Oh my God, it feels like it's not over quite yet.
Yeah, not really sure. Kines and Shox, they still have some guns, but the great flank coming in from drop-down room now, and it's all on Kines against 5. A lot of low-health players in play here, but he's also quite low himself, trying to creep through the smoke, and Adren waiting. And so there's another round coming from Gambit to stop a 3-0 start. We've seen so many of those situations happen where, 3-0
AKs, 2 Galils sitting in the mix, and it is looking like they're going to attempt a very, very similar strat. Already setting up their full nade rush outside here and sending all their players in position to execute. Now here they go, out into the open, but already Adren being able to burn one. Mo, and Adren burns a second, and Mo, it's his second shot for this round. Down to 8 HP, but it's all on Henny alone now. He's able to catch that spray onto Zeus, and he also goes up on top to find Mo. Nice clip there to be able to finish off the job on Mo, but he's not going to get any further than that. Adren finishes off the map, and it's Gambit that take control here, 16-12.